Hello everyone, myself Kanchan and I am a trainer in Ippos. Today we are going to discuss about self-awareness. It is also a part of our communication. Through communication, we can aware ourselves to others also. Self-awareness is the experience of one's own personality or individuality. It is also knowing as motivation, preferences, and personality, and how these factors influence one's judgment, decision, and interactions with other people. Becoming self aware is the first step to personality development and lasting inner change. We can also discuss it as the ability to take an honest look at your life without any attachment to it being right or wrong, good or bad. Self-awareness involves being aware of different aspects of the self, including traits, behaviors, and feelings. Essentially, it is a psychological state in which oneself becomes the focus of attention. In philosophy of self, self-awareness is the experience of one's own personality or individuality. We can also say that it is a person's knowledge of themselves and their worth as a person. Self-awareness is actively seeking to understand oneself through introspection, that is, to think deeply and carefully, examine your own ideas, feelings, etc. There are other definitions of self-awareness which are: if awareness is about noticing stuff in the world, self-awareness is about focusing your awareness on yourself. It's your ability to notice your feelings, your physical sensations, your reactions, your habits, your behaviors, and your thoughts. If you are highly self aware, you can objectively evaluate yourself, manage your emotions, align your behavior with your values, and understand correctly how others perceive you. Why we need self awareness, or why we're talking about self awareness? It helps us to become better decision makers. It also gives us more self confidence. So, as a result, we communicate with clarity and intention. It allows us to understand things from multiple perspectives. If we are self aware, we can identify our emotions, we can understand our motivation. Through self awareness, we can evaluate our time and priorities. We can utilize our strength, which make changes toward our growth. Also, self awareness will give us an insight into our beliefs and whether they are positive or holding us back. If you are aware, then this will give you knowledge, and if you have knowledge, Then you know what you need to do and the direction you need to go to make changes, to improve and be successful. Why self awareness is so much important? Self awareness entails an understanding of our strengths, weaknesses, and limitations, of how we gather and process information, of how we handle ambiguous and stressful situations, and of how we are perceived by and interact with others. It is also important because when we have a better understanding of ourselves, we are able to experience ourselves as unique and separate individuals. We are then empowered to make changes and to build on our areas of strength as well as identify areas where we would like to make improvements. In other words, it is all about knowing your emotions, your personal strength and weaknesses, and also having a strong sense of your own worth. Self-awareness also helps us to understand ourselves in relation to others. It also helps develop and implement a strong self-improvement program. It aids in setting meaningful life and career goals. Through self-awareness, we understand the value of diversity. We can manage others effectively. It increases productivity and one's ability to contribute to others. There are few barriers in one's self-awareness, which are negative self-talk. Negative talk is the quickest self-destructive activity known. It has the power to dictate your life. True self-awareness requires you to have an objective perspective of yourself. This gives you a more transparent view of your potential and areas for growth. Second, I am my ego. We have this belief that our egos are always right, but you need to overlook your ego to have a successful self-discovery expedition. Self-awareness demands you to get to know yourself. The potential barrier here is thinking that you are your thoughts or beliefs that are umbrelled by ego. Playing the blame game. Until you take responsibility for yourself, then your own development journey will be limited. Blaming others for why you have not manifested into the world what you wanted is a quick fix. Unsupportive network. If you don't have a network of people around you who can support your journey, it can be fairly discouraging. The energy that we give off is incredibly infectious. Therefore, your peers are significantly important